All right, race fans, here we go. The lights are off. 1 to go from the starter stand. They're going to be green flag racing when they come out of turn number 4. Mark Davis, Danny O'Neill on the front row. Out of turn 4, green flag going to be up and out and in the air. Superstock feature. Look out, Jerry Brown puts her to a stop there at the top of turn 1. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So Jerry Brown. Jerry Brown, you can't park there. Hey, you can't park there. So we're going to need a little bit of a push from our safety crew. All right, Jerry Brown's fired up and rolling. We are going to try this again. Original starting positions. Mark Davis, Danny O'Neill on the front row. Ace O'Neill and Jerry Brown going to be in row number 2. 1 to go from the starter stand. Lights are going off. As we are going to be green flag when they come out of turn number 4. Down the back stretch, we're going to go into 3, led in by Mark Davis on the pole, Danny O'Neill to his outside. They're going to hit that green cone, green flag going to come out as we're going to hustle on down the front stretch. Down into 1 and 2, we're going to rock and roll. Jerry Brown on a move now, ladies and gentlemen. As Mark Davis, your race leader, but Jerry Brown up to 3rd, trying to run down that 53 of Danny O'Neill. Down the backstretch, they're going to go almost single file. Danny O'Neill going to try to go top shelf around the 56 of Mark Davis. Not going to get it to stick, as it is going to be Davis, O'Neill. Now Ace O'Neill up into 3rd. As Ace O'Neill's going to come back around the X221 of Jerry Brown. Brown almost loops it coming out of turn 2, but he keeps it clean. We stay green as they're going to cross the stripe single file. Ace O'Neill trying to get up and around the 53 of Danny O'Neill, as that's where the battle is at. Mark Davis got himself a very good lead, as he's got almost a full straightaway, about 3/4 of a straightaway lead for the 56 of Mark Davis. Ace O'Neill all over the back bumper of Danny O'Neill. As they're going down through 3 and 4, Jerry Brown sitting back there in 4th. First time out this year in that Superstock. And he is holding his own, ladies and gentlemen. But it is the Mark Davis show right now. Mark Davis still about 3/4 of a straightaway lead over the 53 of Danny O'Neill. Ace O'Neill trying to find a way to get up and around that 53. Brown sitting back there in 4th, waiting for one of them to make a mistake, as we got the halfway point this time by. Down the backstretch, Mark Davis goes into 3 with a tremendous lead. It is still Danny O'Neill second, Ace O'Neill third, Jerry Brown fourth. Look out, Ace O'Neill hits the infield tractor tire and parks it, bringing it out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The second yellow flag of this feature, brought out by the 2A of Ace O'Neill. All right, race fans, here we go. Down the back stretch as the lights are off. Keith the flag man's going to do the jig. Mark Davis going to lead them on in. Danny O'Neill, Jerry Brown, Ace O'Neill. Green flag going to be up and out and in the air. Out of turn 4, it is still the 56 of Mark Davis, Danny O'Neill, Jerry Brown, as Ace O'Neill pulls down to the infield. Tough break for Ace O'Neill as he is in the infield. Mark Davis, your leader, Jerry Brown third, trying to run down the 53 of Danny O'Neill. Jerry Brown all over the back bumper of Danny O'Neill. Mark Davis saying, see ya, bye-bye, as he's going to get the white flag, 1 to go. Final time around here for the 56 of Mark Davis. Can he hold on? As he's going to go down the back stretch. Danny O'Neill going to be second, Jerry Brown third, into 3 for the final time. Coming out of 4 to the checkered flag, the 56 of Mark Davis, Danny O'Neill, Jerry Brown, your top 3. So our first feature finishing up, and as you look down there in Lazy Lee's one stop number 4, victory lane for the first feature winner of the night. He's got equipment coming off. There's a hat. Helmet is off, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for the 56 of Mark Davis. Track owner Clint Gann out there laying down some moisture. We got a Rogue fan on the track. All right, here we go. The 09 of Austin Beam unable to make the call. 15 laps the distance. Trent Wynn, Pete Richardson on the front row. Cadunston, Geller, row 2. That's your top 4. Out of turn number 4. Green flag going to be up and out and in the air as we're going to rock and roll with Midwest Modifieds. Down the front stretch, we are going to send 15 cars in 15 cars come out as everybody's clean and clear. The battle is up front between Richardson and Wynn. As Pete Richardson Pete Richardson kind of clipped that infield tire. That's going to hurt him as Trent Wynn's going to slide on up into that number 1 spot. Tyler Cadunston going to be sitting there in 3rd. Cook and Geller going to battle it out back here for 4th and 5th. And Ragland and Rhodes going to battle it out for 6th and 7th as your race leader is the 65 of the Opportunist, Trent Wynn. Oh, look out. Trenton Brookshire loops it around over here at the bottom of turn 1 and 2. Yellow, 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 yellow. So the double OT of Trenton Brookshire loops it around over there in 1 and 2, bringing out the first caution. So right now it is Trent Wynn up front, Pete Richardson 2nd, Tyler Cadunston 3rd, Shannon Geller, Derek Cook, your top 5, followed in by Oakley Ragland, Terry Williams, Caleb Rhodes, Ryan Smythe, Matt Brookshire, Jamie Petty, Garrett Parker, Aaron Odell, John Newell, and now Trenton Brookshire is going tailback. So Delaware double file restart. Lights are off. As we're going down the backstretch at a very steady pace into 3. And we're going to fill the work on out of turn number 4. Midwest Mods back underway. Oh, you got them almost. Oh, look out. Geller kind of ran over the right front of Ragland's car coming out of 2, but it looks like Ragland's got a tire down. Ragland's got a right front down. Yep, Oakley Ragland got that right front tire down. Everybody's going to stay clean and clear. John Newell going to spin it out over there at the top of turn 2. John Newell loops it in top of turn 2. Oakley Ragland pulls off the track with a flat tire. Lights are going off at the line. 1 to go from the starter's stand. As we go down the backstretch, we're going to fill the work on into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. Down through 1 and 2, Tyler Cadunston going to go right to the top shelf. Oh, look out. Derek Cook kind of got into a little bit of trouble, but he's going to keep it rolling. We're clean and green as we come out of turn number 4 with Trent Wynn, your race leader. Oh, look out. Jamie Petty gets into Trenton Brookshire. Yellow, 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 yellow. Out of turn 4, single file restart down the front stretch as the green flag comes out. Trent Wynn going to lead them on in. Shannon Geller down to the bottom side of Tyler Cadunston as Richardson going to go top shelf through 3 and 4, trying to run down that 65 machine of Trent Wynn. Tyler Cadunston staying top side through 1 and 2, through 3 and 4. He's going to take the long way around. As Trent Wynn holds on to that number 1 spot. Pete Richardson second, Tyler Cadunston, Shannon Geller, Terry Williams now up into the top 5. As Caleb Rose is going to be the odd man out looking in, sitting in 6th. Matt Brookshire and Derek Cook going to battle it out back there for 7th and 8th. As Richardson trying to close the gap there on that 65 machine. Cadunston's closing in on Richardson. Shannon Geller still sitting there in 4th. John Newell about to have some company as lap traffic may become an issue for the 65 of Trent Wynn, who's your race leader. But Richardson seems to have his line figured out as he's closing the distance. Jamie Petty there in the 43 going to go to the infield. As John Newell's got company, Trent Wynn down below him, trying to pick him off. Pete Richardson's to the back bumper of Trent Wynn. The battle for the lead is underway. Cadunston trying to capitalize on the lap traffic and run down your leaders. Not going to get it to stick as Richardson going to go top shelf through 3 and 4. You're going to see the white flag, one more trip around for the 65 of Trent Wynn. He's got half a track to go. Can he hold on to the race lead as they're going to go down the backstretch for the final time? Into 3, coming out of turn number 4 to the checkered flag, the 65 of Trent Wynn. Pete Richardson, Tyler Cadunston, your top 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, down there in Lazy Lee's one-stop number 4, Victory Lane, for your Midwest Modified feature winner, as he's got equipment coming off. His lovely wife, Abby, rushes down there to give him a hand. Helmet is off. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to make some noise for the 65 of the Opportunist, Trent Wynn. I think that's the softest I've ever seen him throw that steering wheel down. So congratulations, Trent Wynn, for your feature win here tonight. All right, race fans, that's going to wrap up your Power Eye Midwest Modified feature. Up next, going to be your Power Eye Pure Stock feature win. And I'll tell you what, Charlie, why don't you tell us how they're going to line up for this feature?
Row 1, we have the 42 of Trevor Ellingson. On the outside, we have the 22R of Colby Rathbone. Row 2, we have the 14 of Derek Davis. On the outside, we have the 21 of Peyton McDowell. Row 3, we have the N42 of Chad Nevens. On the outside, we have the 25 of Aaron Ricks. Row 4, we have the 17 of Austin Wilson. On the outside, we have the 12 of Greg Dykstra. Row 5, we have the 5 of Justin McDowell. On the outside, we have the 03 of Dustin Harrell. Row 6, we have the 4G of Shane Headley. On the outside, we have the 13 of Ryder Meckham.
Woo! Very, very, very good job, son. Very good. And that's going to be your stars and cars for your Power Eye Pure Stock feature. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a rip-roaring race here. You got the 24 of Trevor Ellingson on the pole. That man's been charging hard all season long. And then you got the 22R of Colby Rathbone representing Bring It and Sling It Wraps as he's got the wrap on horsepower on his outside. Charlie, why don't you bring him to the green flag?
Coming down the backstretch in turn 3 and 4. Green flag in the air.
Oh, down into 1 and 2. We're going to rock and roll. Colby Rathbone going to jump out to the lead. Ellingson still there in second. The 21 of Peyton McDowell going to be right there to the outside of Ellingson. Oh, a little bit of contact between Wilson and Nevens back here in the mid-pack, but we're going to stay clean and green.
Coming out of the turn 1 and 2. We're going to go down the back stretch in turn 1 and turn 3 and 4.
Colby Rathbone still your race leader, but he's got the 21 of Peyton McDowell all over his back bumper. As 1 and 2 starting to pull away, he creates some separation between them and the 24 of Trevor Ellingson, who sits in third. 14 of Derek Davis going to be sitting there in fourth. Chad Nevens fifth. Austin Wilson, Justin McDowell, Aaron Riggs, Greg Dykstra, and Shane Headley's how the field's slined out right now. As we got 15 laps total distances in this feature event, and right now Colby Rathbone has led every one of them. But can he hold on, because he's got the 21 of Peyton McDowell, who is no stranger to the Lazy Lee's one-stop number 4 victory lane here at the mighty Midway Lebanon Speedway. Peyton knows this track like the back of his hand, just showing you right now that he can still hang with Rathbone, as Rathbone's got the lead. McDowell all over the back bumper. Ellingson trying to race down the leaders as Derek Davis sits in no man's land all by himself. In fourth, Trevor Ellingson. He's closing the gap there on that 21 machine as Rathbone holds on to first. Peyton McDowell's waiting for his move. Top 3 going to be Colby Rathbone, Peyton McDowell, Trevor Ellingson, Derek Davis 4, Chad Nevens 5th. Austin Wilson, Justin McDowell, Greg Dykstra, Aaron Riggs, Shane Headley halfway home this time by as we got the cross sticks. Can Colby Rathbone hold on for the remainder of this race, as he's been in charge since the drop of green, running a great race right now. Peyton McDowell holds on to second, all over the back bumper.
Coming in turn 1 and 2. Rathbone in McDowell. Coming out of turn 3 and 4. Yellow. Greg Dykstra loops around in 2.
Oh man, yellow flag coming out for the 12 of Greg Dykstra. So Colby Rathbone representing Bring It and Sling It Wraps, home of Wrap on Horsepower's your race leader. Followed in by Peyton McDowell there in that 21 machine. Trevor Ellingson 3rd, Derek Davis 4th, Chad Nevens 5th. That is your top 5. All right. Here we go. Lights are off, ladies and gentlemen. Delaware double file restart style. Colby Rathbone out front all by himself like the chess club president on prom night, as he's going to lead them on down into turn 3. Peyton McDowell, Trevor Ellingson, row 2. Green flag going to be up and out and in the air. So we got 9 laps completed, 6 to go here in your POWRi Pure Stocks. Trevor Ellingson, he's finally caught back up to the leaders thanks to that caution, but can he capitalize as Rathbone's going to hold on to the race lead as we got 5 to go.
There's going to be a battle between, coming down the back stretch in turn 1 and 2. McDowell's going to try, McDowell just
Peyton McDowell trying to squeeze down on the bottom side of Colby Rathbone, as Rathbone ain't giving him the room to make it happen, as they're going to come out of turn number 4. Good battle right here. Chad Nevens holding on to 5th, but he's got the 17 of Austin Wilson right down there to the bottom, as Derek Davis holds on to 4th. Out of turn number 4, it is still Rathbone with 2 to go. 2 more trips around for the 22R. Oh, McDowell's got it down on the bottom side with a good run, but Rathbone's going to power on down the back stretch and into 3. Out of turn number 4, you're going to see the white flag, 1 to go.
Coming out of turn 1 and 2, McDowell's going to try his luck on the high. He's getting a little bit, he's going to try to come up right behind. We're going to do checkered flag out of turn 3 and 4. Colby Rathbone, McDowell, Trevor Ellingson as your top 3 today in the POWRi.
Ooh, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that was an amazing pure stock race. Don't get me wrong, I love any and all classes, but the POWRi Pure Stocks have got to be my favorite class, because it don't matter what track you go to, they always put on a great show. Carla, you better hurry. Chris is leaving you behind. My bad, Chris. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. All right, race fans, as he makes his way down there to the Lazy Lee's one-stop number 4 victory lane, as he represents Brainit and Sleenit Rap's home of Rap on Horsepower. You're going to have to make some noise for your POWRi Pure Stock feature winner. I really thought she was going to do a cartwheel. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the 22R of Colby Rathbone. Congratulations, Colby, parking it in victory lane here tonight. All right, as the pictures are being taken, the hugs are being given, the tears are being shed. Is Colby the one crying? Joshua, which one's crying? It's Colby, isn't it? I knew it. He's a big softy. Congratulations, Colby, on the win as you represent Brandon and Slane at Wraps. And that's going to wrap up your Power Eye Pure Stocks. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, going to be our final feature of the night, your Power Eye B Mods, 15 laps the distance. And here is how they are going to line up.
On the inside of row 1, we have the 14C of Cody Crabtree. On the outside, we have the 1B of Bobby Williams. Row 2, we have the 49 of Mason Rodden. On the outside, we have the 2 of Eric Graves. Row 3, we have the 5C of Brian Cook. On the outside, we have the 16M of Brian Myers. Row 4, we have the 15 of Jeremy Hazel. On the outside, we have the 68 of Donnie Betts. Row 5, riding shotgun all by himself, the 55 of Adriel Shefford.
All right, and those are the stars and cars for our final feature of the night, your Power Eye B Mods. All right, race fans, here we go. We're going to get the one to go from the starter stand. We're going to shut the lights off. And they're going to be green flag when we come out of turn number 4. 15 laps for the final feature of the night. Out at turn 4, green flag going to be in the air with modifieds at Midway. Oh, Bobby Williams jumps out to an early race lead as he just chopped the nose off Cody Crabtree going down into turn 1 and 2. As Bobby Williams already got a little bit of a lead there. Crabtree down to the bottom side. Brian Myers moves up into 3rd. As Eric Graves going to be sitting 4th. Down into 1 and 2 they go. Look out. Cook going to jump up in front of Mason Roden into that number 5 spot. Brian Myers up into 2nd in front of Crabtree. Everybody trying to chase down the 1B of the big bad Bobby Williams as he's got the race lead out of 2 down the back stretch. Brian Myers sits there in 2nd. Cody Crabtree 3rd. Eric Graves and Brian Cook round out your top 5. Bobby Williams says see ya, bye-bye, as he's got about a half a track lead on the rest of the field here in this 15-lap feature. Back here at the back, Adriel Shepard in a Midwest modified, hanging with the big boys, running down the 68 of Donnie Betts. As we come out of turn 4 with your race leader, Bobby Williams, Brian Myers, Cody Crabtree, your top 3 right now. We're single file all the way through the field. Eric Graves up on the top side trying to get something cooking there to get up and around the 14C of Cody Crabtree. Slide job by Crabtree, crossover by Graves. Oh, look out, Eric Graves loops it around in 1 and 2 as he just drove it in a little too hard. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So right now, the way it sits, Bobby Williams is your race leader. Brian Myers 2nd, Cody Crabtree 3rd. Brian Cook 4th, and Jeremy Hazel 5th. Brian Myers going to go to the top side. That's going to put Cody Crabtree down. Here we go, 1 to go from the starter stand. The lights are off, ladies and gentlemen.
Double file, double wear restars. coming down the backstretch in turn 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. Bobby Williams got a head start. Coming out of turn 1 and 2, we have Brian Myers trying to run down Bobby Williams as they're coming down the backstretch.
Oh, buddy, Brian Myers trying to run down that 1B, a big bad Bobby Williams. As they're going to go down to the 1 and 2, Cody Crab. Oh, look how Cook goes around in 2. Brian Cook cooked it again in 2.
Coming down the backstretch in turn 1 and 2. Green flag in the air. Bobby Williams gonna get an early jump coming into turn 1 and 2. Brian Myers and Cody Crabtree are gonna battle it out for second place as they come in for turn 3 and 4. Caution, caution.
So, a lot going on there. Mason Roden, Adriel Shepard around in 1 and 2. Coming out of turn 4, Brian Myers kind of slowed down a little bit, clipped the front of Cody Crabtree's tire, and around he went. All right, so the way it sits right now, Bobby Williams out front, Brian Myers second, Cody Crabtree third, Jeremy Hazel fourth, and Eric Graves fifth. Then you got Donnie Betts, Brian Cook, Adriel Shepard, and Mason Roden rounds out the rest of the field as we're going to shut the lights off, and they're going to be green flag when they come out of turn number 4.
Coming down the backstretch in turn 1 and 2. Green flag in the air. Bobby Williams is going to get a jump out of the turn 3. Coming into turn 1 and 2. There's great Cody Crabtree is going to try to run Cody. Caution, turn 1 and 2.
Mason Roden goes around over there in 1 and 2. So per the rules, that is his second caution, so Mason Roden will go pit side. He is being sent to the pits because that is 2 cautions on his watch. Lineup is good. We're going to be green flag when they come out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen. And down the backstretch, we're going to go at a single file, steady pace. We're going to fill the work on into turn 3. Bobby Williams leads them in out of 4. Green flag up and out and in the air. Down to 1 and 2. Everybody's going to go flying inside there as it is Bobby Williams, still your race leader. Brian Myers, Crabtree, Jeremy Hazel going to be up into that number 4 spot. But he's got Eric Graves coming to the outside, halfway home. Graves going to go back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Crabtree holds on to third as he's got the 77 of Jeremy Hazel coming up to the backside. Out front, it is all Bobby Williams, followed in by Brian Myers. Crabtree, Hazel, and Graves. That's your top 5. Donnie Betts trying to get up and around that 2 of Eric Graves as they come out of turn 4. Graves looks like he's off the power a little bit. His rear end is shaking violently. Something is broke on the 2 of Eric Graves, but he's going to say, I don't care, I'm sending it. As it is still Bobby Williams, your race leader, with a very good lead over the 16M of Brian Myers. They're going to yellow, 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 yellow. The 5C of Brian Cook going to bring out another caution here in our final feature of the night. So, that is the 5C Brian Cook's second caution of the night, or of this race. So he will be going pit side as well. So Brian Cook going pit, going pit side. It is Bobby Williams out front, Brian Myers, Cody Crabtree, Jeremy Hazel, Donnie Betts, Eric Graves, Adriel Shepard. Lights are off, ladies and gentlemen. 12 laps completed. Well, a little bit of bumping and banging there. As we're going to go down the back stretch with the lights off. Delaware double file restart. Into 3 out of 4. Green flag going to be up and out and in the air with 3 to go. Oh, Cody Crabtree gave up the bottom. That's going to let the 77 of Jeremy Hazel come around into the number 3 spot. It is Bobby Williams, Brian Myers, now Jeremy Hazel looking on a top 3 finish. As Hazel showing some very impressive driving. Doctor's jacket in the air, wanting to go for the 1B of Bobby Williams. Down the backstretch for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4, checkered flag for the 1B of Bobby Williams. Brian Myers, Jeremy Hazel, your top 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, down there in Lazy Lee's one-stop number 4, Victory Lane, you got your Power Eye B-Mod feature winner. So go ahead and make some noise when he climbs out of that car. I see equipment coming off. Seatbelts coming off. Make some noise for the 1B of Big Bad Bobby Williams.